Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is SubZeroExtabyte and I am shooting right back at you with another video, and today we are doing something rather special. Lately I have been wanting to go out and relive a little bit of my youth. You know, just go around and doing some really cool stuff. So that got me thinking, what is really cool and what could I do that is really hot right now? And you know that you cannot just go and do something fun to make something actually feel funny. So you might know this, but to make something feel funny you just have got to do something, and the feeling will come whenever it is there. So I thought that today I am going to be pursuing that feeling of joy. And I mean, I really love the feeling of joy just because it makes me feel at home, and it gives me a little throwback to my childhood and stuff. So I am just going to go ahead and do whatever it takes to get that nostalgia feeling back into my veins. And the first thing that we are going to be doing is going to the movies. And right now that movie is Toy Story, because that is what me and my parents used to do when I was younger. So the first thing that I am going to do to find that feeling of nostalgia is just to go ahead and go explore this room with my buddy here. So something other than the movies that would make me feel all nostalgic is just to go ahead and play a lot of these games. And now, since Minecraft does not really have any kind of real Toy Story games, we are just going to go ahead and play this and do something ourselves. So this will be shooting us into a lot of different game types, and maybe one or maybe some of them will just give me that authentic feeling of nostalgia. At least that is what I am hoping for right now. Otherwise I am just going to get bamboozled probably, and I will not get that feeling of nostalgia, and I will probably just end up crying in bed all night. Or maybe I will not. It is still a little bit of a surprise for me right now. Who knows? Maybe I will just start crying whenever I get that feeling of nostalgia, because it will give me that feeling of having a little throwback moment, or just an actual feeling of being back into my childhood, which would be amazing, to be honest, because I love the time really. Now you might be thinking, well, SubZeroExtabyte, why do you want to play Toy Story games, or in this case this game mode, to go ahead and feel nostalgic again? Well, that is actually a pretty long story, but to make it a little short for you guys, I just wanted to make something really cool for you guys, as in a video, and I just wanted this video to kind of hit home, so that you can watch this and it will make you appreciate your childhood and all of that, or just your youth in general, to be honest. And then I was thinking about the things that made me enjoy and love my childhood, and that was mostly just playing around in the summer, having those late nights where you had to sprint back home because the street lights turned on and you should have been home by the time that this happened. And I just wanted you guys to know that you should appreciate all of those things, because once you get older all of that is just going to be gone, and that is not a fun thing at all, but it is a part of growing up, and I personally never liked it. But now of course that does not correlate in with the fact that I wanted to go ahead and play Toy Story in some kind of way, and that is basically just because that is what I used to do when I was a kid, and I used to love it. Or actually, I will just go ahead and tell you the truth, I really did not ever go into Toy Story Hall myself. I am just going to be honest with you guys here. I never went there, but still, the thought of Toy Story movies just makes me feel really nostalgic, and I will tell you why right now. I used to love to watch Toy Story, like the movies, and you have got 3 movies right now, and you have got some kind of Christmas special if I remember correctly. But I used to love those movies, and honestly, I still love these movies. But lately the weather has been getting better, and it is starting to feel a little warmer out, and I just figured that this gave me a nostalgic feeling, and that is what I am going to be pursuing today, because it just felt so amazing. And you may be thinking, well, okay, SubZeroExtabyte, we have got that out of the way, but that really does not make any sense to why you want to go ahead and do a race. Well, if you have seen the first Toy Story movie, then you could tell that they go into some diner where you can get pizza, and they have an arcade inside of that pizza store place thing. And that is why arcade halls make me feel nostalgic, because that always takes me back to Toy Story. And Toy Story always takes me back to my childhood, and that is just really cool in my opinion. So when you are growing up, you should look for those things. You should go ahead and look for the things that make you feel nostalgic to your childhood, and whenever you feel like that, you can just literally teleport back to your childhood. And that of course all just goes for feelings, right? I mean, you cannot literally teleport back into your childhood when you are watching Toy Story and feel nostalgic, but you can actually make your feelings go back to your childhood. And I cannot really explain the feeling of nostalgia. I just know that it feels really weird from time to time. And I know that I love this feeling because it is just the best thing out there. And I think that nostalgia is something really powerful when you are growing up, because it makes you feel right at home and it will help you in the race. But alright, since we just got there, I will just change the topic right here and of course change the tempo here. And we are going to be playing a cool race themed thing now. Oh my god, this is so weird. I mean, I used to love to watch all of this back in the day, and this really just gets me back to that time. Wow, that is actually amazing, you guys. I mean, I have not seen this in like the longest time, but this is just something that takes me right back to those days. And I mean, like, there is just something about this place. I mean, it is kind of old when you think about it, but it is still fun. And I feel like whenever I play these slightly movies that I just get a real throwback to all those late nights of just sitting behind my computer, and on my desk I just had this little lamp standing there. And that was the only kind of light that I had going on in my room until the sun would hit my bedroom window at 5 AM on a sunny summer day. That is something that will always just get me back to my youth. Those long nights of gaming too much. That was just the best thing ever. But that is unrelated to me trying to win this race. Now of course you might be thinking, why are we doing a parkour? Well, I mean, we could have been doing anything else right now, but we're doing that. I mean, why wouldn't we? I mean, I had a dream about parkour and the tree was awesome, so I would like to go ahead and use jump around all day long, otherwise I'm probably going to be bored. And I do not want to be bored. I mean, it's not fun. I did all want to sit on my couch all day long and I just want to do something. Now you might be like, why would you not want to sit on your couch all day long? Well, that is a good question, but it has great answer. And the answer will be, the answer to this $1 million question is that I do not like that. I do not want that. And I will never want to just sit on my couch all day long. So let's make the best of this so we can go out and do everything that we like, and doing some freaking parkour. I mean, parkour is not outdated, right? I mean, I still like it, so it could not be outdated. So let's go ahead and do all we want to do so that we can enjoy ourselves and have a great time and do whatever we want. Now all furthermore there is to do. Let's just jump around to some sprinting, get some speed, and has run. We're like Forrest Gump, and that is a good thing right now, because run Forrest run. I mean, has anyone even seen this movie? I know that I would not be standing here if I had not seen them. Believe that one day. I can remember it quite nicely. It was a nice summer day, the sun was shining and I was doing nothing but sit all day on my couch. I was watching TV, just changing the channels every 5 minutes, and I was bored. So that kind of correlates in what I was trying to say 5 minutes ago. So here it goes. On that nice hot summer day where sun was shining and I felt good, I was just sitting on my couch doing nothing but changing the channels and being bored. So I wanted to do something, and I went to a movie rental place called Blockbusters. Now most if you will not know what this is, but Blockbusters was like a modern day Netflix, only you have to go to the store and rent a movie. So I rent It's Forrest Gump. I had a blast watching a movie that day. It was still sunny outside and was still hot, still warm, but I was still bored. Now you might be like, what has anything of this to do with parkour? Well, I'm trying to tell a story right here, so please do not interrupt me while I am doing my story right now. I mean, I noticed that you guys missed story times, so here I am back with another story time. So let me explain. In the movie Forrest Gump, and I do not want to spoil anything of the movie because you'll have to watch it yourself, but let me just tell this. In the movie he gets rejected and he starts running. He just hours running and running and the running and you're running. He was like Oprah, everyone was running. Now this might not sound interesting, but I'm getting to the point very quick. Now when I saw that movie on that warm summer day, I was like, that is something that I want to do. So I went outside and I just started running. I mean, no one that could stop me, no one that could hold me. It was just me and a road all alone. That was a good thing because I found something that I loved, but I wanted to improve something. And then I basically started watching Toy Story and my boredom was healed. The end. I know it is an amazing story. Now maybe to you running is not a lot of fun, but to me it is, or at least it was. But like I said, I wanted something new, I wanted something different. I wanted something that I could be doing for the rest of my life. So when parkour came around, I was really excited because it was the one thing that I enjoyed the most. Now it already was a pretty active person when I was younger, but this much has doubled my enthusiasm for activity. So don't get me wrong, I am not saying that parkour is for everyone, but I am saying that if you have not tried it yet, then maybe you should, because it really is a lot of fun. It takes a lot of practice. But I've already talked about this once in a video. Something that takes a lot of practice is usually worth doing because you might become a pro at it. Now they always told me that in order for you to become a pro at something, you will have to spend at least 10,000 hours into that thing. So I'm still not at 10,000, so I'm not really a pro. And I have definitely got that down. I mean, I am winning big time from this guy right now. So watch me rise. Now this is the ideal sport to do well. Maybe it is not, but is something, and something is always better than nothing. At least that is what they told me. I am not sure if that is true because I feel like there is just too much. There are just too many variables in cases like that. I mean, not everyone is going to like this sport or a hobby or anything like that, and that is fine. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is that I have found the hobby or the sport. It keeps me occupied when I'm lost and so alone. Now of course I will never really be alone, which is a good thing because there are almost 1 million subscribers of you out there watching with videos every day. And yes, I mean watching, because I always used to watch YouTube videos while I was doing the dishes. It was quite distracting that I do not care because I just did not like the job. There right now I do like my job, so I'm going to do everything in my power to be able to keep this up. Otherwise who would I be if it was not for a fiend? I mean, you know how I got the scars. I am kidding, out was a Batman joke, but it was a bad one. I am 100% aware of that fact, so do not get me wrong. Now let's get more into this, because there are a lot of things that I could be doing wrong. But instead of doing them wrong, I am doing them right because I have been training for that long as the days go by. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and sometimes you will just have to do what you want to do, otherwise to win and not have fun in your life. So I'm just hoping that every single one of you guys is going to get out of here one day and just be successful, because I am working my butt off to entertain you guys. So your grades better go up, otherwise it will not be worth it. Now of course this will not be worth it, but I'll just let that pass, and I'm going to know that I do not get too tired because I do not want to stop parkour because it is the hardcore. Now do not twist my words because I have been talking a lot, but maybe parkour is not for everyone. That I know that it is for me, so that is just the only thing that I am trying to tell you guys. And now I think that it might be quite valuable for you guys to know that something like this could be so much fun. Now of course you will notice that I really like parkour and all of that kind of stuff, and maybe you do not like that at all, but we are all different, I guess, so you do you. But to be honest, it is not that much of a usable thing to use, I guess you would say it, but like I said before, these are just some things and tips and tricks that you can use to show off to your friends and all that stuff. So just do with all of this whatever you will, and like I said, please leave a like if you have enjoyed all of this, and let me know what your thoughts are on this video in the comments down below. That way I can kind of survey if you guys actually like my videos or that you all are just a bunch of haters. LOL. That was just some kidding around, but that would kind of be the end of this video, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this little spoof of a video right here. Now go out and impress your friends with all of these things and let me know what they thought about this, because I will not be giving out these teachings to everyone and their respective mother right now. But if I have got to be fairly honest right now, I think that we are kind of getting the hang of this parkour thing right here. I mean, we have done like a lot worse in the past with these kind of parkour videos, so I think that this is something that is going into the right direction for us as a team. And by us as a team I mean you and I. And by you and I of course I mean myself. That is the I part, and of course all of you guys in the audience. Not a physical audience, but just everyone out there that watches my videos on a consistent and daily basis, which is awesome because you have just witnessed me beating this guy in this race. So that is always nice in my opinion, which I would call the die-hard fan base of SubZeroExtabyte, or I would just call them the subs. I mean, come on, that name is just the best thing ever to call my fan base, aka you guys. I mean, let me just recap this very quickly. You have got me, SubZeroExtabyte, and then you have got you guys, the viewers aka the subscribers. So I am sub, and you guys are subscribers. Then we usually call subscribers differently, because we are cool and all straight and stuff. And we just call you guys subs. So I am sub, you guys are subs. That is just the best name for a fan base in like ever. I mean, there is nothing better than this. I literally could not come up with something better than subs. I mean, if you guys have more ideas about stuff like that, then feel free to leave your ideas in the comments. Goodbye guys.